Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the final word. Everton 1, Bournemouth 2. Another night of misery at Hill Dickinson Stadium. The depressing result, let's be honest about it. It's probably, I said this last night, and I was hoping I'd wake up this morning feeling differently, but the most deflated I've been all season last night, watching. And I really like Bournemouth. I think they're a good side, but they were dreadful last night, and they still beat Everton. So that tells you sort of what Everton were. Last night, got Jacob with us on the sofa. Jacob, you were there last night. It was a depressing game, really, in the end.
Yeah, it's, as I said to you before, I felt that I got a bit of flashbacks from the Wolves game. Just, they did nothing.
Yeah.
Are you going to say flashbacks from the war then?
No,
I don't think he's been Luxembourgish war with Liechtenstein. Yeah. They have got a bit of beef, he told me yesterday.
The big one.
Is it a bit like Palace, Brighton beef, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg? No one really, it's a blag, no one really knows. It's over a bed or something.
Yeah.
Someone said once Luxembourg's hasn't got as many trees as Liechtenstein, they get all kicked off.
Yeah,
Does it feel like that?
It's that one is like Luxembourg's a better, smaller country.
Okay,
so
fair play.
That's just a reason. But
fair play. Okay, back to it. They feel like Wolves, Sorry,
it felt like Wolves, as in they just did nothing, and then all of a sudden they're winning 2-1. You know, it's crazy.
I mean, Ped, the team before the game, come out, Michael Keane out the side for Branthwaite, the right decision for me, although 20 minutes in, it didn't look like the right decision. Jared was everywhere. And a full debut for Tyreek George. I mean, did the team surprise you at all?
Surprised the Drissa played.
He looked surprised, to be fair, for 70 minutes.
I was surprised that Drissa played, if I'm honest. I wasn't surprised, obviously, Jake was playing right back. But yeah, I didn't think Drissa would play. I thought the manager might use it as an opportunity to get either Maitland Roll or Harrison Armstrong in the midfield. So I found that just a little bit strange, considering, as I say, is 36 years of age and isn't exactly, in stellar form. So I found that a little bit weird. And but yeah, the other changes made sense, obviously, with the game as it was. I
mean, Everton done something we haven't done for a while and started absolutely awfully. I thought they were first 10 minutes, they were a show, weren't they? They gave the ball away twice, which resulted in 2 shots for Bournemouth. Yeah. From trying to dink little passes out of the defence and just giving it straight to them. And Bournemouth were really energetic in sort of the opening 15, 20 minutes, and we just couldn't. The midfield just looked all over the place. I don't know what. There was just big holes. James Garner kept doing a thing of going over and playing off the left almost in front of George. It was weird, and it allowed them to sort of get through. And I don't know, we just haven't found a way of playing at home that we look comfortable with, to me. I
mean, when Drissa was away with Senegal, Everton played like a flat 3, and that worked. And I don't understand why they've gone away from it. And I get Dewsbury Hall's back, but he could have played in that, and it, worked against Brighton. No, not Brighton, Fulham. But I don't know. The midfield just looks shaky, and it looked strange.
I think when you look at it against Dewsbury Hall, was high up, and it isn't in the game. I'm not sure what we're trying to do.
We've got like a real identity crisis, haven't we, at home? It's we don't really know what we're trying to be or what we're trying to do. We know exactly what we're trying to do away from home, but at home, it's a real conundrum. It's like stick or twist in terms of like the style. And Bournemouth were the perfect team last night, I thought, to pull back a little bit and allow them to have the ball and try and play, but that midfield's a mess. I love Idrissa, but he shouldn't be in the team. He shouldn't. It's dead. Like, I'd love someone who's like a proper forensic sort of analyst to go through the differences of, like, because I said this last night. It's really difficult to pinpoint exactly what the midfield with Idrissa is doing compared to what sort of like the 3 we had before in there when he wasn't playing, whether it be in the Villa game or whichever game. Like, I'd love someone to go through it properly and you know, listen, there's loads of statos out there if they want to do that. Have a little look, because I don't know whether it's like, you look at his numbers and his numbers are still good, but it's like he gets caught on the wrong. So go through it, but like Jake O'Brien sending off, he gets caught on the wrong side of the ball. Like, and I just think we're missing a number 6. But I think when Idrissa plays, he takes something away from what James Garner was starting to become when he wasn't there, which was like a all action, all over the place midfielder. And I feel like since Idrissa's come back, Garner's just gone back to just being part of, and it's weird to put your finger on exactly.
One thing with Idrissa is last season he was attempting 4 tackles per game and his success rate was 2 a game. This season he's attempting 2 and his success rate's 1, so he's had a 50% drop off in what he's doing.
So he's not getting there
quick enough. He just looks, to me, I think he's a key, I love him, he's a key part of the squad, but he looks knackered.
But the thing about it is, right, like, I don't understand, like, it should be a transitional period for Idrissa and a transitional period for Moyes as well. Like, I just don't like, he never even got subbed off last night. No. Like, it's crazy. He should have been the sub. Harrison Armstrong should have come on at the centre of the park. And I know we'll come on to it in a minute. Like, that sub was absolutely mental. Yeah. Like, it was mental. Yeah. It made 0 sense considering they just scored. Like, and he should have been the player to go off. Harrison should have come on and come into the middle of the park and give us a little bit of energy and get that 3, so get Dewsbury Hall moving up and down. Yeah. And allowing those 3 players to move around. And I just don't think Moyes has got he's flogging all the players. Like, and it goes back to that thing of, like, is he more comfortable when he's got a smaller squad and his back's against the wall, or is he more comfortable when it's obviously we're playing away and we play a low block or a mid block, whichever way. But you've got all those players on the bench, and I've seen, like, people talking last night, like, Roll hasn't had a minute, Patterson hasn't had a minute since they went out of the team. And it's like, it just doesn't make sense. And we can sit here and you can look at the league and you can go, well, we're in 8th place and it's all good, blah, blah, blah. But you can also sit here and go, what an opportunity that was last night. What an opportunity. We wouldn't have even had to have played well last night to win that game. We just don't make mistakes. And I just think in terms of Idrissa, last night was a perfect opportunity to go, right, he played the other day, we're playing at home, we're going to freshen it up, we've got players on the bench, we've got Harrison who can just move in, so really it's Idrissa for George, and we're going to try something different, and he didn't, and I just don't understand that logic.
I think, Jacob, it's a surprise, isn't it, when he's got Marlon Roll, Tim Irabuna, Charlie Alcaraz, Harrison Armstrong. We're relatively, it's probably the area of the pitch where we've got the most choice, and all of those lads I've just mentioned have all played Premier League football. It's not like we're going, I know we'll come on to it later, Adam Asnu. But it's not like we're talking about him. We're talking about lads who have played for this team. Charlie come in last January and helped us win so many games and was instrumental in some games because he drove forward with the ball. Irabuna has been a little bit up and down, but he's had a lot of good performances. Marlon Roll, like Pedro said, at Villa the other week, probably his best game in an Everton shirt. Harrison Armstrong's been involved in every single game since we brought him back from Preston, and the start of most games. That was an opportunity to get one of them in and say to Idrissa, we might need you for the last 25, your energy everywhere. So we're going to keep you there because we want to be on the front foot, especially against an energetic side like Bournemouth.
You know, I think it's strange that he started, but the fact that he did start is one thing, but then I felt, as Ped said, when they equalised, the fact that Armstrong came on for a winger is strange. I felt like Ghana should have come off then, especially when you're going for the game at the end, the last 10-15 minutes. You know, he was on the ball on the halfway line, and I'm just put someone who's creative on, all like fresh legs, and someone really good on the ball. I don't get why the manager's insisting.
I can understand it if it was right back, or I wouldn't, because I'd have Patterson there, but you know, we looked at them and we haven't really got anyone else, so Idrissa's got to play. You know, we had three midfield players, and he's going to play with three. I don't, you'd sort of go, all right, but not when you've got loads of choice. It doesn't make any sense.
He's picking a home team from away performances, and we're asking asking the team to play a different way. And I'm sure we'll come on to the fullback situation.
No, yeah, we will.
Of course we will. But that's been the problem all season, is that it's like, even me, I sit there and I picked the starting 11 the other day and I put Jacob O'Brien in it, and I didn't really want to put Jacob O'Brien in, but I'm looking through that lens of, what's the point? He ain't going to play Nathan Patterson, so, but it's that thing of like, well, actually, Jake's fine away from home because it suits the style we play, but at home it doesn't suit the style we play. And it's like,
isn't it a squad game?
And I don't understand that way of looking at it. It's like, for Moyes as a manager who's so experienced, it's like, he looked, when he done the press conference last night, he looked, number one, he looked incredibly angry, but he also looked incredibly childish. Like, it's like he was just being told off by his mum and dad. And had to go and, or had to go sit in front of his mum and dad after being told off by the teacher. It was like incredibly childish. But like, why are you so angry when that's the team you put out? And at 1-0, you couldn't get a sub. Like, honest to God, unless it's Sadidi with one sock, why does it take so long to make subs? Right? So if you wanted to make a sub at 1-0 to like try and clamp the game down, then make that sub. And if they score, then you're going to have to rethink it. So, again, if he makes a mess of the subs, that's on him. But, like, it just doesn't... Like, you can have almost like, not two teams, but you can make those changes at home and go, we're at home, we have to be more positive, and we have to go for it a little bit. So I don't have a centre-back playing there. I don't have Idrissa Gana Gueye playing. I'm going to make a change. I just can't wrap my head around it, because it's not the first time.
No.
It's like the 4th, 5th, 6th time that it's happened. No,
you're right. You're absolutely right. It's you're sitting there and you're watching things. Seen this movie before. Yeah. I know, and it's every game at home's the same. It just follows the same pattern every game, and you're sitting there going, this is crazy. We look like two totally different teams. You watch us away and you can see a purpose about, okay, we're not perfect. And you know, a lot of games we've had one half, but when we've got into the groove, we look like we know exactly what we're doing. We're a tough team, we're capable of winning anywhere. That's what it looks like when you watch us. And then you watch us at home and you're going, God, we look bad. We don't look like Zach saying to me halfway through the first half, is this all we do? Just bang it up in the air for Tierno Barry? We're like, what's going on? We were knocking balls to him, just smashing it anywhere. Sometimes they went towards him, other times they were 40. Pickford twice, just kicked it nowhere near him.
Sometimes it just went in the eye.
Or it went, and you're going, what are you? Or, I know, we brought a lad in who's really good on the ball. Let's knock long balls to him.
But a big part of that is the makeup of the midfield, though, because in this makeup of the midfield, it's Idrissa Gana Gueye who's going to take the ball off the centre-backs, and he doesn't do it enough. And that's where you need Dewsbury Hall to drop in and take it off the centre-backs. But because of the way this midfield is at the moment, that's just not happening. Because last night he was like stuck in that number 10 role again. And it's like, it doesn't work.
He hardly touched the ball in the first half, really.
It wasn't working when we first brought him in. And then we changed it round. And it started to work, and he was getting more joy. And it's simply not working the way we want it. So, Branthwaite, like you said before, he gets the ball, he tries to play a dink pass, and it's loose and it drops to their player, and then they're on it straight away. And it's like, because no one's offering for the pass, no one's dropping deep. It was only a couple of times that Idrissa just dropped into that hole, and then he plays a square ball, and then ends up coming back to Pickford anyway. And a large part of that, again, is because of the full-backs, because they're so uncomfortable on the football, and that has to change.
people around me, you know, were bemoaning both Michalenko and O'Brien because when they received the ball, I've said this before, Cuco Martini used to do it, and he used to wind me up, but the lad, I mean, he wasn't very good anyway, but we were playing him at left back, so it meant every time he received the ball, he was, instead of letting it roll across his body and go, his body shape was here back towards the goal because he's trying to control it. Well, our two, Michalenko's just not a good enough footballer to let it roll across his body and go. And his safety first, so everything pass it back. Jake O'Brien hasn't got that ability. He's a centre back, a big centre. He's the smallest 6'6" fella I've ever seen in the air. How he doesn't dominate the air is beyond me. It really is. Got to get that. It's his timing. His timing of his jumping's not great, and he's got to get that sorted to be the dominant centre back like he should be. He's good on the ball. Like he's decent on the ball, but the first touch is back towards Pickford, and all he wants to do is give it back to Pickford. So when there's space to let it roll across there, look at Trafford and Alex Jimenez for them, who isn't signed for them yet, by the way, he's only on loan. And he's horrible, but you'd look and go, do we go and try and nick him?
But I think there was an obligation if he plays.
An option it is. It's an option, apparently, not an obligation. But anyway, but what I'm saying is, I think it's between 18 and 19 million. And he's energetic, he's horrible, wins a tackle, he's in your face. But those two fullbacks, as high as you will see, we were looking at it before, you were going, imagine our fullback doing this, Trafford, 3 step overs and then crosses it with his other foot. Ours is like, I don't want it. So we end up doing it and we're knocking it into Barry, and then the crowd are having a go if he's got 2 areas of shoving him over or getting to it. Things like, what do you actually want him to do though? A couple of times he's chesting it off and going, and we stop and turn and go, right, where's the goalie? And it goes back, you know, and I'll never ever get it when you're on the hand. I say this at a kids level, when our kids kick off and knock it back to the goalie. It's like you're putting the ball 40 yards back for it to come back to where you've had the ball. So Jake O'Brien knocks it back to Pickford, and then Pickford kicks it to where Jake O'Brien was. Only now it's a 50-50 in the air. What? That's not a game plan.
This is. You just mentioned it there, like. You can go to it, and what frustrates you more than anything about a game like that is what you've just said there, is that you're watching the opposition players, like you're watching the lad score their goal, and you're like, how on earth did they get him? How on earth are they picking up a lad from
19 million
from Brazil who looks absolutely game ready, physically,
powerful,
physically, mentally, everything technically. How on earth are they doing that? How on earth does our football club just continue? It doesn't matter who the manager is, it doesn't matter who the director of football is, or committee, or whatever, lads down the pub, doesn't matter who the chief executive is, doesn't matter what's going on. These clubs just find these players without any issue. And like you've just said there, they've got a full-back that they've brought in from Spain who looks really, really comfortable. Yeah, but he looks really, really comfortable.
Also looks like he's from Scotty Road or somewhere.
But he looks like, you know, straight away he's wasting time, and he's like getting on he's winding people up. And it's like, we've got this like fucking golden rule that you have to go to the moon and back before you're allowed to sign a player.
Be honest, if Everton had bought Ryan last Monday for 19 million, he wouldn't have had a minute.
No, but that's the point though as well. That's what I'm saying.
He'd have been sub.
That's the point though, isn't it? It's like and I'm not, don't get me wrong, we're sitting here the night before. But you're absolutely right. We've all sat there now and watched that performance happen 6 or 7 times. And you see, when you're watching the same thing happen again and again, you can criticise. This is the 25% rule. You can criticise the manager. You can look at the opposition and look at your team and go, again, we've just come out of January and we've done that thing where I think we've all been men in black a little bit because we managed to get a player on the deadline day. And we've just gone, but we didn't get what we should have got, which was full-backs. We need a left-back and we need a right-back, and they somehow gone and got a left-back on loan with an obligation to buy from like one of Europe's biggest football clubs. these players are out there, and somehow we continue. And I see fans brainwashed by it. You can't find quality in the market. You've got to buy the Barrys of the world and sign them up. No, you don't.
Well, you can, but you supplement them with the other quality.
But we lost the game last night because Barry can't score goals. That's why we lost. No, but we did though. We lost the game because Barry can't.
We are going to look at the two chances.
Barry can't put the ball in the back of the net.
We are going to look at the two chances.
And his mate can't trap a bag of sand. I'm sorry, but it's just factual. He came on for half an hour and he was absolutely shocking. Like Michael Keane came on to play up front. If that doesn't tell you enough about exactly, if that isn't saying enough,
that's the biggest indictment. Attacking it more last night though as well. That's shocking. That's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, and it puts to bed any of this nonsense about him playing up front. By the way, come on and didn't win a single header.
Doesn't know how to
jump.
Yeah.
It's just been bad. He's a centre back. I'm not criticising. He's a centre back. He's not a striker.
But you can criticise your manager.
Criticise the manager.
You can criticise your manager when you go, well, Tyler Diblin's there, Carlos Alcaraz is there. They all could have come on.
They're attacking players.
Jason could have gone off. Tarkowski could have gone off. Anyone could have could have took Pickford off. At that stage, we were so in control of the game with 10 men.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Anyway, it took us half an hour to have our first shot. And it was a free kick from James Garner. And I was glad he had the shot because I like to see players shooting, which we don't do.
Yeah.
And the keeper spilt it, and Tierno Barry, that's the worst one for me out the three, because he's running on. He's anticipated it really well. He's gambled. The keeper's not saving this. It's come back, and he just does not get his leg. That should just be guided back. He goes, his feet are almost stuck under him, that he kicks it this way, and it's like come on.
Open and pointing towards the corner flag.
Exactly.
You know?
Where do you think it's going to go?
You could have just gone like that, and the power of the ball would
blocking it back goalwards. And that's
watch it, but I think he can even take a touch.
He probably can because he's on his own. He anticipates it really well. The same at Villa when he scores the goal. He anticipates it really well. Follows it in. This keeper's going to drop this. He's got to be hitting the try. If the keeper saves, if he hits it goalwards again, he saves it. You go, okay, done well. He got in there. That was a big chance. We then had the Illiman and Jai one that hit the post. I mean, we'd had a goal disallowed, rightly so, it was miles off. But we then hit the post, Dewsbury all, show a Mikalenko how you actually cross a football. Just get it out your feet and put it into danger zone immediately. Don't take 3 touches and then go, right, can I find someone? Because Miko had got in twice before then. One, he did do it first time, they cleared it. The second one, he was away. And he's got 3 men running in, and he takes another touch and runs it out for a goal kick. But this one, Dewsbury all kills it and fires it, very much like he did at Fulham the other day. It deflects, comes through, and Jai hits it. And I actually thought at the time, because it was down the far end, the defender had blocked it. I didn't realise the keeper had pushed it onto the post. Got lucky, the goalie. I mean, we saw unlucky on Saturday when Pickford makes a great save and it's Miko. This one, it's the lad's knee. It's the post, and he gets rid of it. But at least we were starting to get into their box a little bit, which we hadn't done at all. And then, Tyreek George does a little bit of trickery and then doesn't do a great back heel pass, but Dewsbury all does well to keep it alive into Branthwaite, and he gets across Ryan, who just boots him, and Everton got a penalty, which was an absolute shock.
I haven't seen
still thinking VAR will take this off us somehow. Still took a bit of time, and James Garner did that thing of like having the ball, walking around with a couple of their players by him, and like my brother-in-law was like, they're probably saying you'll miss, and he's like, not arsed, I'm not taking it. He gives it to Njai, and he puts it right in the corner, and even though the keeper dived the way he hit it, and you can holding your breath, but 1-0 up when you're like, right, we can't say we deserved it, but it was a bit of a crap game, and we were ahead. At that moment, it's go on and take it.
That's it. It was there for Everton, and then chances following that, and then...
Lad next to me, I'm calling you out, because you showed me, you done this against Wolves, and I told you last night, you showed me the bloody league table at half time, and I'm like, no, I don't want to see it, because Everton was 6th, and right in amongst it. I mean, Ped, it was a case of coming out for that second. I actually thought we can't play any worse than we have just there, and we're winning. And they were nothing, they didn't do anything.
No.
So it was like, come out, get a grip. And we kind of did come out and get on top of them right from the start.
Yeah, that was our best spell, wasn't it? The best spell was that 10 minutes after the half time, and obviously, you know, we're 1-0 up, but he'd probably still had a go at him, you know, because it was flat, but it was like, well, we're winning, you know, go on and. But it's like what we did against Wolves in many ways. It's like you came out and you had the goal, and then you don't get the second goal, and then it's like it's flat again, and. We made a couple of made the goalkeeper made a save, and then we made a big chance.
Let's have a look at the I've got a couple of the Barry things here, because I was having my best mate weren't happy last night. It was his birthday as well, and what a birthday present from Everton. But he was having a go at Barry for these two. But the first one, like I said, the Ghana one, that he's got to, for me, he's got it to target. It was poor, but these two, I'm not having it. He's unlucky. So let's have a look. This is the first one. Goalkeeper, Illy's doing really well pressing it. Their goalkeeper was desperate to give us some of his passing. So Illy's doing well, charging it down. The keeper plays it, he nicks it. Yeah. So he's in a great position here. Takes it on, gets across the defender, so he's in the box. And it's this bit here. He wants to put it where I've got the arrow there. But I'm telling him, I think he's got to run towards the goal. Because if he runs towards the goal, he draws the keeper and the defender, and he allows Tierno Barry to get into the right position. But all he wants to do is get it out of his feet, because he doesn't want the responsibility. Slows down and then plays it across. And you know, Barry's making the right run. But the ball holds up as well. So by the time it gets there, the defender's the favourite, and he just nicks it away, and then I haven't put it on here, but it comes out to Kiernan's used Briol, and I actually think he should do better. He gets on his left foot, slows it and tries to curl it, and the lad just heads it away where he should have just leathered it. But then the second one, I think this frustrated people.
This is the one.
But if you watch this, I'm not trying to convince you, I looked at it a few times, so James will get it on the screen for me in a second, I think. It's the second Tierno Barry one. I can see it in the bottom corner, James. Yeah, right. So this the move, and Jai picks the ball up, does really well. Plays it into Barry, and then carries on running. Barry gets it back to Jai, and then that's where he's got to set off to. Illy takes it into the box.
Does brilliantly.
And this pass is fantastic. He's going to roll it through the lad's legs into the 6-yard box. Does it brilliantly. Now that's where Barry's going with it. Now that's where I'm playing. That's where I'm aiming. It's coming across me. I'm just putting it away from the goalkeeper into the corner. That's where it's gone. I'd tell Zach that's what you're doing. I'd look at it and go, there's no issue there. The problem he's got is the lad comes on the blind side of him, Jimenez. And he connects, and as he connects, Jimenez is running, and it just hits Jimenez on the calf and stays out. So as that ball's rolling across, he's just thinking, I'm turning this into the net. He's not seeing Jimenez there and trying to steer it back to the other way. I think you get it wrong. You're just trying to put it in that corner. I actually think he's a little bit unlucky.
That's it. That's the one. When the match was going on, I was really upset with. But then watching it back, I was like, you know, the guy comes from behind in his blind spot. You know, it gets in the way. It's unfortunate, you know. What you want? You can say you should put it in the other corner, but the guy doesn't even know. He thinks he has both sides free to.
But that's
aim for.
It's natural. A ball there, you're just keeping it away from the keeper. The minute you start trying to block it back that way, you're giving the goalie a chance. The keeper's never getting that. If Jimenez doesn't get there in time, that's right in the corner of the net. It's game over. At the time, you're frustrated because you're seeing it in a 6-yard box and you think he's got to score. I've watched it about 8 times to see whether he could have turned his body. I don't think he can. I think the lad does really well. But people will be frustrated.
I think he stood there and thought he was getting a tap in. I think he just stands there and thinks he's getting a tap in. I think he should be attacking the ball. It's trying to get to the ball quicker. I think he just. It's right in front. It's right in front of me.
I can see the run, I can see the pass, but
to me, it looks like he just goes, I'm tapping this in. And it's just like he takes his eye off the ball, where he should be almost moving towards the ball and be quicker and just making sure he puts it in.
And then if you do that, as he's standing there, easier for him to make sure it's on target and it's in that corner. If you attack,
he's a professional footballer. None of these excuses wash with me. Same way when Beto headed the ball against the Palace goalkeeper. The professional footballers, that ball should be in the back of the net. I don't give a monkey's who's coming behind him. That should have been 2-0 and the game should have been over. And he just waited, for me, in my opinion, he just waited for the ball so he could just stroke it home. And the lads defended brilliantly. But that's on the striker for me.
Neither of our full-backs had got back there, though. They just watched it. So, yeah, that was a great opportunity. And then we done that Everton thing where it's like, well, we haven't got that second goal, so we'll stop doing the things that are getting us into those positions. And the game went a bit flat. And then the manager, for me, I love David Moyes, everyone knows, but his substitution last night was, but they were terrible.
Yeah.
There was no reason whatsoever to think about taking Tyreek George off and Barry. Why are you bringing Beto on? For what reason? Like, really, for what reason is Beto coming on in that situation where Tierno Barry's just had a couple of... Okay, we can say whether... He probably still should have scored, but I understand... For me, he's a bit unlucky, but we can argue that.
But he shouldn't have been taken off.
He shouldn't have been taken off because he's getting opportunities.
We haven't got Rom on the bench, have we?
No, but he's getting opportunities, so you normally feel in a player thinking, he'll get one here. He's starting to get chances.
Yeah.
And George is keeping them occupied. So I'm looking, thinking, he must. I'm there watching because we had the ball and they were stripped.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, he must be taking the Drisser off here because the Drisser's way off it, like miles off it. Harrison Armstrong will come on in midfield and give us that extra legs. And you can see Beto, so you're going, he's taking Barry. All right. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have took him off at that stage, but you're going, okay. And then, I've seen this story before. Last season with Bournemouth at home, the 2-0 up, the manager gets Beto stripped. Dom's doing quite well. He gets Beto stripped. Bournemouth score and he still brings Beto on. Because he's ready to bring him on. That's like a Sunday league sub. I've got these two. Oh, they've scored. I'm still bringing you two on.
No, you
hang on. Sit back down. Let's put your bibs back on and go and warm up. Let's settle the game down. And he didn't. And I'm really shocked with Moyes there because he's the man who does dither a little bit over subs. How can you not think the game's changed when it's gone to 1-1? The goal is absolutely woeful that we concede. By the way, we've got the stills here. I mean, by this time where I've stopped the stills, Trufford's done 85 step overs, ran down to the line and come back, and Illy just jogs. Illy's just jogging around while he's doing all of his things, doesn't make any attempt to close the ball down. Remember Saturday with Iwobi? No attempt to track Iwobi. No attempt to go and try and stop this cross. But Mykolenko has got one job here. Tarkowski's got the fella next to him, Branthwaite has got the lad he's looking straight at here, out the corner of his eye, and Ryan is at the back with Mykolenko. So Mykolenko's only job here is to almost wrestle Ryan so he doesn't get a free head on it, a free jump on it. You can see him. The ball, Trufford on his right foot now, just curls the ball in. And Mykolenko, you can see there, is already at a disadvantage because he hasn't gone tight to Ryan. He should be now right next to him, jumping, so that he doesn't get a free head. Someone jumps in front of you, your natural instinct is you close your eyes, and therefore, he might still bang the header in the roof of the net. If he does it when Mykolenko jumps with him, you can then maybe question the goalkeeper and go, well, have you done enough? But I'm thinking, Pickford's probably thinking as that's coming in, Miko's going to try and deal with this. He doesn't, he gets the leap on him. And look, he's like nowhere near him. And the lad heads it back. And it's probably, I don't know, it's probably taken Jordan by surprise that he's had a free header. And it's in the back of the net. And Miko's still not tight to him. And he had Pickford just give him a look and shook his head. Because you have got a job to do in that box. Since when did defending just become about, I'm not marking a player? I've seen it too many times now. And what's really mad is, it tends to be here. And there's no way on earth these defenders are set up differently at home to mark. Away, we don't seem to give people this many. We don't stop crosses. It's one thing we just don't do. But that to me was such a bad goal. And it's 1-1. And then that sub you're taking a winger off at 1-1 and replacing him. I love Harrison Armstrong, I think he's been great. But it's almost such a defensive sub. That to me was a sub at 1-0 with 10 minutes left.
Exactly what I said, yeah.
There was half an hour to go.
And they've just scored, you know.
You sit them back down and you go, right, hang on, let's just see. Let's 5 minutes, let's see if we can get the ball to George. If George is tired, put on Tyler Dibling. You've got a £35 million winger there.
Yeah.
Why are we taking a winger off when we're trying to win at home? I just didn't get it. And Beto coming on that early, I didn't get either.
It was a terrible sub.
And then,
like,
you know.
George was like, I mean, he was weak as piss, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
But you could see, like, an understanding of how he wanted to play. Like, that ball he played to Michalenko through the centre-back was, I mean, that just said everything about Michalenko, didn't it? Like, oh, I have to try and get on the end of things. Again, as always, you needed the full-back to help him, and the full-back's not helping him. But, like,
but he was positive.
You either leave him on, or you bring Tyler Dibling in. And to bring Harrison Armstrong, like, at 1-0, I sort of get it, even though there's still half an hour left. You want to see the game out, you keep the ball. I don't get me wrong, I understand it. I wouldn't have done it, but I understand it. But to make that sub afterwards, I just thought, what on fucking earth are you doing?
To me, it was just too early.
It was ridiculous.
It was too early. He's 15 minutes from the end, and when Barry's knackered, maybe I sort of get it and go, okay, go on, knock people about. But when he's come on so early in games lately, he's not even, he doesn't affect it at all. He's not. He didn't get anything.
He's come on the last few games. He's come on with 2 minutes to go, and now
he come on Saturday, didn't he, with half an hour left and didn't hardly touch the ball.
So
just that George made things happen.
The thing that bothers me is exactly what you said. Barry was getting chances. Okay, he didn't score them, and then that just stopped happening when Beto came on.
It just went, didn't it? And you know, Everton done that thing that we bemoan a lot, which is we concede one, we may as well concede another in 2 minutes. You know. 61 and 63, their goals were.
Yeah.
You know, even though this goal shouldn't have stood.
No.
It shouldn't have stood. It's a goal that should have been disallowed. We're going to look at it. So it's a free kick, and I think it's Senesi. I've got him circled there. He's offside. He's ahead of all the play. He's offside. You can see here, he's circled ahead of all the play as they go to strike the ball. He's still ahead of all the play and running where the ball is going. I've got him circled here. The ball is dropping to where Senesi is. He's off. I mean, we'll talk about the goalkeeper in a minute. He's offside. He's jumping.
Yeah.
He's offside.
Yeah.
He's jumping. It gets out of the cross. Here, there's the graphic. He's going for the ball. He's jumping. And obviously it goes across. And it's headed in by Adley. So the goal shouldn't have stood because Everton had the goal disallowed at Aston Villa for less than that. And the reason it was disallowed at Villa was Harrison Armstrong was offside and he jumped into where the ball went. And Jake O'Brien headed it in. Armstrong got nowhere near it. O'Brien headed it in. They give offside. At the time I was like, okay, that's a carbon copy and it's been given. So it shouldn't have stood. You can't have it disallowed 1 week and given another week. So again, VAR, PGMOL, embarrassing. It's about the 6th time we've been done with something this season, and other teams have been given the benefits of the doubt.
Different rules every week.
Different rules, it seems.
Well, it proves that Harrison Armstrong, that the Villa goal was disallowed because the linesman put his flag up because he thought Harrison Armstrong had scored.
No,
I'm just saying that proves it.
But what I'm saying is the lad can't be stood offside, run towards the ball, jump, and you head it. If I'm jumping, but you head it, and I'm not giving offside. How? He's interfering. He's ran into. If he'd have been running the other way and the ball goes there, you go. He's running away from the ball. I get it. If the ball goes to where he is, so he's offside. Now for the goalkeeper. What on earth is our goalkeeper doing? Go back 2 frames, please, James, to the one where it's behind the goal. And you see Senesi, keep going. There's one where it's taken from behind. I mean, what is his positioning there? Like, what is he doing? there's no reason for him. If he stands in the middle of his goal, Adley guides the ball and he catches it and we're on the attack. It's an absolutely woeful piece of goalkeeping. I praised him to the hilt the other day and I praised him on Monday because he's been great. That's a shocker. An absolute shocker from Jordan. And he knows.
The minute he come off his line, I knew he was going to score. I knew he was going to score. As soon as I seen him come into no man's land, I knew he was going to score. It was so obvious.
Yeah.
I thought, to be fair, at first I thought the lad had scored directly to it and hadn't even knocked it back. Yeah. But as soon as he come off his line, I knew he'd scored. Because it's an open goal.
What's he thinking there? Because if he stays on his line, the lad heads it, he just catches it, and it's 1-1. You settle everyone down and we go for it, and it was like it just sort of sums up Hill Dickinson at the moment. Everything that's around it. We concede really bad goals. It's flat. The minute they equalised, it went. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't exactly bouncing before they equalised, but it was. At least it was up a little bit. It was just so. I don't know.
Well, you're right. It plays into that thing of like you can see the first goal and it's terrible, but it's that thing of like take a minute. Don't make those subs. Like. They've done nothing to score those two goals, and that's the end of the game. That's the end of the game. We've lost it in those like 7 minutes, obviously with the sending off as well. And it's like, where's the leadership from the manager? Starting with the manager. Where's the leadership on the pitch? Because it is that thing of like, everyone just calm down. Everyone just calm down a little bit. I think the Pickford thing plays into it. It's that franticness of which he gets caught up now and again. It's decision making. It's, and what happens in the last 20 minutes of the game, I think, is a big part of the issue that we have at Hill Dickinson. Of like, once Jake O'Brien gets sent off, we become a different team. But why aren't we playing like that all of the time?
I heard people walking out the ground, and you're obviously, because you can't get out of our ground quickly, you hear everything, don't you? Because there's conversations everywhere, and people are stopping and talking to me as we're walking across that bridge and all of that, and everyone's saying the same. Why? Where was that intensity with 10? We had 10 men.
Why does it take a red card?
And they couldn't get out their own box. And we had 10 men. We were winning. It was easy. It was the easiest game we've had all season at home. They couldn't get the ball.
I don't get they just, away from home, they seem a lot more switched on. And I feel at home, Mykolenko prefers putting that ball in one place. Mykolenko has one guy to mark and one area to mark, and that's Ryan, and at the back post doesn't follow him. Pickford, he's like way out of his goal. He's never getting to that. I don't know why he even thought, okay, let me.
But I think what Ped's just said though, because the disappointment of the first goal seemed to just cause chaos in the stadium. You need to go. What you've heard it, haven't you? But you've seen it for as long as football. Keep your heads for 5 and calm it down for 5 or 10 minutes when a goal goes in. And we get caught in this, like, I don't know what it is, because away we seem to be not always, but a lot of times this season, a lot of times since Moyes has come in, we've seemed to be able to calm the game down, even if it's just, kill the game a little bit. We don't have to take the lead in the 62nd minute again, then do we, when we've just conceded? We've still got half an hour left.
A long time
just calm the game down.
That's why the sub doesn't make any sense.
The sub is terrible.
The sub is it's more than terrible. It's absolutely shocking. Like, to make that decision, and if you're going to make it, at least pick the right players to take off.
But I just don't think, to me, when you concede a goal like that, you sit your subs back down. You get the bibs on and go back, and you get people around you who are Billy McKinley, whoever, and you go, right, what are we going to do? Because this is a negative sub.
The circumstances have changed.
Yeah, it's a negative sub.
It's also the subs he doesn't make. Like, 10 minutes to go, they were camped in their box, and it's Idrissa Gana Gueye on the ball.
Well, just let's come to the sending off and then we'll get on to that, because you're absolutely spot on with it. But the sending off was indicative of what was going on, because we didn't really wrestle control of that till it went to 10 men.
Yeah.
No,
The game went 2-1. They never looked like they had a clue how to score a third, by the way, because they were just... And at Bournemouth, I watched them the weekend. They were brilliant. Last night, it was like Villa last night. You looked at a team and went, I know they're miles better than this, but tonight they are just nowhere near the level, and we fell under the level. But the sending off is again, we give a cheap ball away, which allows them to play a ball through you're right, Garner's on the wrong side of Drissa. Jake O'Brien, what are you thinking?
You know.
Like, honestly, you're on the wrong side.
Michalenko gives it away fair.
No, Michalenko
So
gives
it
it.
starts with one full back.
Yeah, and ends with the other. Why not just run with the lad? Let him receive it and run in with him and lean on him.
Yeah.
And at first I'm thinking, Tarkowski's there. He wouldn't have got away anyway. But then you look at it again and they're behind it, so they probably would have ran in. So you go, he's the last man, isn't he? He's going to send them off. There was no one was that. I don't think that many people were that sort of incensed by it, because it was just stupid. It was another poor decision. And there've been 3 poor decisions that had not only turned a 1-0 lead around, we're now 2-1 down with 10 men.
I don't understand as I said before, the not switched on, the thought process of like, just run with him. And if he gets, you have however long to the goal, run with him. And if he gets close, then you can talk about, last man. And then
if he runs with him, it's what it is he's not aware he's that close to him, and he's trying to hook a ball away instead of just going, let him receive it, and I'm big, I'm strong, mate, I'll run with you. If the lad gets away from him and thinks you're over Pickford, you go, what could he do? If he brings him down, he's off. He can't do anything. But to make the challenge where it's so risky, all right, he wins the ball, but it's a risky play at 2-1, and there was still 15 minutes plus stoppage time left, whatever, or 20 minutes, whatever it was that was left. You're down to 10 men, and you're just like, we literally seen this picture with Wolves. 1-1, and we lose a man, and then we lose another man, and then, you're waiting. Last night we were a goal down, we lose the man. But what was dead weird was the intensity came. Yeah. And actually, Idrissa had his best part of the game when they had 10, we had 10 men, which was odd. But like you said, there was players there. We're getting beat 2-1, and now we've got 10 men. So why not put Tyler Dibbling on, or Carlos Alcaraz on, or Timmy Rabunum, and go, get in that midfield, get the ball and drive at them. Use your power, drive at them, or mail and roll, get in the box, lad, and get on the end of something. We're getting beat. We didn't. We just left it. And okay, we had all the ball, and Beto has a good chance and just heads it straight at the goalie with no power. We try and get one at the far post with Taki. Jared Brandwaite misses a great chance, 50 pence said, 3 yards out with a free header almost. But where are the positives sub there?
No, as you said, Idrissa Gueye had his best 10 minutes, but I just think there were players on the bench that could have done what he more suited to, carrying the ball.
Alcaraz.
Exactly.
Well, you could have brought Tyler Dibbling.
But Dibbling should come on.
So Garner off. Carras and Armstrong go central now, because it's a completely different game. You're 2-1 down. But it's like the manager gets caught in the head, like rabbits in the headlights. You've got, and the other side of it is, like, it's like when we're 1-0 up, we're playing not to concede, so we concede. And we've got and then, you've seen the last 2 home games, when there's a need to score a goal, the intensity goes up, and suddenly the players are wrapping the ball, and they're fearless, and they're not too worried about the opposition breaking. And when they did break, we got men back, and a couple of great tackles, wasn't it? A couple of great tackles, and James Garner suddenly becomes dead busy, and he's all over the pitch, which is what he doesn't do when Idrissa Gueye plays. And it's like, why can't we play like that? Why can't we play with that intensity when we're 1-0 up? Why do we have to? Why does everyone have to be so pedestrian? Because that's what the best sides do. They play with a level of intensity when they're winning. They're brave, and we don't have that bravery. And a big part of that comes because obviously the makeup of the team, and because the fullbacks are so poor. They're so poor. They don't give you options. They don't overlap. They don't create. They don't create. They can't cross. They're so uncomfortable on the ball. It all comes from that. And when people talk about what we need, I think most people are alive to that now. We knew it, but like the manager the manager should have, at 2-1, the manager should have taken off. He should have taken off Jake O'Brien. He should have brought on Nathan Patterson, or he should have brought on another midfielder and said to James Garner, go play right back. That's a sub he should be making straight away. He should he should be looking at how we're going to get back into this game. And one of those things is going, well, actually we've got a defensive right back, so let's put an attacking right back on, or let's put James Garner. And it's like those things never cross his mind.
They used to though.
Well, they used to, but what I don't understand now is we're on 37 points. We want to win the game. So put on the tools. Like, what? It's like, maybe we're just shouting into the void. I don't know. But it's like...
It's frustration. When you step back, you go, we're having the best season we've had for a few years. And even with that defeat last night, there's still I don't see how we get Europe if we can't win at home. And against teams who are there who are just not on it, we still can't win. So I do think it's going to be a long shot. They're going to have to win a couple of games you didn't think they had a chance of winning. But you 1-0 up, or you're thinking we're 2-1 down and these are next to us now. Don't lose the game then. At worst, do not lose the game. Be positive. You're 2-1 down, that's when you make your sort of risky subs, because you've got an out. If Everton, if he goes, right, we're 2-1 down, I'm taking off Jake O'Brien and I'm putting Nathan Patterson on, or I'm putting James Garner to right back, and I'm making a couple of positive subs because we're trying to get back in the game. And Everton get beat 3-1, and he's asked, he can go, we were chasing the game. We were trying to get back in the game here, we're chasing it. We had to do things, we had to become a little bit more open to things, but we don't, we just kept doing the same thing.
Something happens in a game, then you have to adapt.
That's it.
Look at the subs. Look at the subs we made. We played a centre midfielder
on the left wing.
Yeah. We brought Beto on with half an hour left and took our other centre forward off.
Okay.
And then brought Michael Keane on up front. Like, that's those three subs are a disgrace. Like, a disgrace. Like, and you've got talent on the bench who can make a difference, and that's what he goes for. Like, Moyes should be hung out to dry for what he did last night, and I am, because I don't give a monkeys. That was one of the. That was what we saw on the pitch was bad enough, but how it was contributed to by the manager was an absolute disgrace last night. It really was.
They've all had an absolute shocker, haven't they? They've all contributed to a shocker, really. You can get beat, of course you can.
But something happens and you have to change. I felt like he kept the same kind of game plan the whole. He made 2 subs and 1 at the end, which just doesn't matter. But like as you said, at 1-1 or even 2-1, you're like, okay, swap a defensive fullback for an attacking. Take off a midfielder, put on a creative midfielder. You know, I just felt like he was going along with the same thing for the whole game. He can take
Illiman and Jai off the pitch.
Yeah,
the lad didn't have a good game. Scored a goal, the pen, great. And
there's no rule that says he has to.
But he wasn't in. He done nothing, did he?
Game.
Second half, he looked tired. He done nothing.
Yeah.
You can take him off. Okay, you might not want. You think he might have a goal. All right then. Take Kane and Dewsbury all off then.
Yeah.
I know, but he might create. Okay, take Idrissa off then.
Change the shape of the team.
Change it because you're chasing the game. Harrison Armstrong should have come on. He should have come on for Idrissa Gana again. End of story. We wanted legs in there. Put him in there. It wasn't for a winger. Do not take a winger off unless you're 2-0 up and you're trying to close a game up with 15 minutes left and you're going, what we have, we protect.
You could play James Garner as a number 6, sit in front of the back 4, get hold of the ball, start moving the ball around, and that allows Harrison Armstrong and Dewsbury Hall to get ahead of him. But we're not. We're playing it the opposite way. We're playing with Keane and Dewsbury Hall and 2 sitting in, and it takes away from James Garner's game. And
he should have had Asnu on the bench. I'm sorry. For home games, Adam Asnu should be on the bench because he should be on the bench as a positive sub. He should have been on there with 10 minutes left instead of Michalenko, and he should have been saying, Adam, get it and just 1-2s and get balls into the box, because he's a better attacker than Michalenko.
So much he could have done to change up,
and that's what's frustrating, because he's done a great job, Moyes, he has, but that's so frustrating.
Even the last 10 minutes, if you want to be really bold, which is not Moyes, but I'd have thought just take a centre back off, keep one. They were in their own in their box. They clear it. You have one centre back to pick it back up, and then you take a centre back off and you put like I don't know, Merlin Roll on or someone, or drop Garner.
You've got 5 subs to make.
Literally, and
To change a game, you've got 5 subs to mix it up. They bring 4 on, or did they bring 5? But you've got subs to make to try to change it. The lads on the pitch doesn't mean they're not good players. They've done a great job, but they've also just won an away game 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So mix it. Go, we need that energy. When we had the energy and the intensity, they couldn't live with us.
Yeah.
So bring other lads on. Go and run around like a lunatic. There's 15 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go. Go and do your 90 minutes in that 20 minutes. Get the crowd going. Tyler Dibbling, get on the ball. Or Charlie Alcaraz, do the thing you do. Drive forward, get shots away.
there was no.
It was just the same. And you're looking at the clock and you're going, we're not even having shots.
Yeah.
And the time's just ebbing away.
Yeah, I would have told Dibbling, you know, there's 10 minutes left. You're not going to have to do much defending. You can just
Run at them.
as creative.
Run at them. If you lose the ball, just make sure you get goal side. That's it.
It's not like
That's
in the
simple.
beginning of the game where you have to track back, keep your shape, you know, just get on the pitch and just. But no, he sat on the bench.
And the problem for me is that, I said to you, didn't I, before, if it had been flipped the other way, if we'd have won 7 home games and 3 away games, or 6 home games and 4 away games, you go, all right, we're not great away, but at least we've been all right at home. But this thing, we haven't won a home game for 3 months. And it's like, that's embarrassing. We've had Brentford.
2 months.
December the 6th. Yeah, 2 months. Still feels like a year. We've had Brentford, Leeds, Wolves and Bournemouth at home in 2026, and we took 2 points. Should be 12 or 10, and we've taken 2. And there's a massive issue. And you can't tell me it's that stadium.
No.
It's not the ground. We were crap at Goodison. We won 5 home games last season or something, or 6. It's not like it's the ground. It can't be.
Yeah, no, it's
right, because if that was an away game, we'd have won it. So it must be a mentality, because we're the home team and what we're doing. We've got to start finding a way where 50,000 Evertonians benefit from watching their team.
I said at the beginning, it's an identity. It's the way you play, and there's none of that.
And a mentality. It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got, but the manager's got to be. Go for it. If we concede a third goal because you threw all attackers on to try and equalise, so be it. I'll sit here and go, I'm not having a go at the manager. He put all of his tools on trying to equalise. The defender, Mikalenko's, he can't do nothing about a left back refusing to track out a runner. He can't do anything about his goalie going walkabout, but the goal was offside. Moyes can't. That's not his fault, is it? But he can do things about the stuff he can control. And last night, he hasn't had a great night, Moisey.
No.
But the team...
And it plays into the stadium thing as well, because people aren't enjoying going there.
Don't enjoy
the night games are a joke.
Yeah.
They're an absolute joke. Everything else, you know, hearing hundreds of parking tickets were given out last night because the police and the council decided, well, it's a night game, and people haven't got a clue about where to park, so they'll just park where they think is safe, and probably have parked there all season. Hundreds of cars.
Start of the month as well, police always do it.
So council are making thousands of £pounds because Evertonians are having to get to a game at 7:30. They're like, don't know where to park, I'll just leave it here. I've left it here all season. It's all these things that are just like the club are doing absolutely fuck all about. Like, people don't like going to the stadium. How about you do something about it? They don't like it. They don't. Why is the 100,000 to 50,000 my arse at that game last night? People don't like it.
Tickets sold.
People don't like it, and you're just going blah 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 blah. How about I'll come out and saying we're going to do something about it, and we're going to put something in place so people can move seats. People do not like going to the game.
The council are a huge problem in this.
But that's what I'm saying. You know, people do not like going there midweek rushing round to get down there for the 7:30 kickoff. Do something about it.
The frustration for me this season is that it feels like every game is a night game.
Yeah.
And I hate it. It's horrible. Yeah. Dark.
It's been a while since I've seen a game.
What was the last game we won? The last 3 o'clock kickoff.
3 o'clock kickoff, yeah.
On a Saturday afternoon. That was the last game, because you build your day round the game. It's something you're not rushing.
I mean, last night would have been a night game anyway.
No, I know, but it's because it's all piled up.
All piled on. And guess what? The fucking next one's a night game.
Yeah, and because it's at 7:30, you're rushing to get down there.
And apparently Burnley as well.
Yeah, but because you're rushing to get down there, it's not something you go and enjoy. It's just something you go and do. Whereas, it's a Saturday, you build your day around it. Also, you're going to have to don't give up monkeys when anyone says at the football club, give me a ring if you want. They need to have more season ticket holders. You need to swerve all this nonsense. Get season ticket holders who know that they're going to the game. Get people who know they're going to the game and they're not sitting there waiting for a ticket to pop up. You've got thousands of people apparently on a waiting list over here, and thousands. How the fuck have we not had one sellout this season? Because the club haven't got a clue.
It's the away sides as well.
No, it's not though. It's not the.
Bournemouth for 48
that was the only one. They're the only ones who've not sold out.
Brighton didn't sell.
By about 12 probably.
No, there were 300.
You're talking about a whole section.
That was the first game.
You're talking about a whole section. Everton are not selling out. You see tickets every week, and that's on the club because they've prioritised fucking non-existent fans who they think are all going to pay through the nose. It's not happening. Get proper fans in the ground and sell out, and get proper fans where they should be in the ground, and stop this messing about of thinking that we are a club that we are not. We are not a club that on a Tuesday night for the half-time kick-off against Bournemouth or Burnley or wherever are going to sell out on seat unique. No, we're not. We're a working-class fan base who want tickets at normal prices. Allow people to pass on their tickets without a stupid membership and stop fucking about with us, because what's going to happen is people are going to go, I don't like going to this ground, so why do I go? We've been on the hook for 5 years because we've been waiting for this ground, and it's here now and people have gone, I don't like this. This is shit. I don't like coming here. I don't like the hassle of being here. I'll sit at home and watch this game because every game's televised. Stop coming up with because you see with Man City, actually the team who do win everything, and their fans have gone, we've had enough. There's empty seats appearing at every Premier League ground now because fans can't afford it and can't be asked. So stop it before it becomes a major issue at this football.
You've got to give people the reason where they don't want to miss out having you first. And again, I sympathise with Everton in a way that at the start you're looking at it and you've got a company offering something that we didn't do. Every other most Premier League clubs do it. The same when you go anywhere in the world, you can get a ticket for a ground. You might have to pay. We were talking about this the other day, weren't we? You want to go over and watch the basketball, you can buy a ticket for $200 or $300. You're not saying you do that all the time, but you might be in New York, say for and you'll go, I want to go. So Everton are trying to offer that Premier League thing, but the demand isn't there because we're not a team that has got world stars. We don't play at the top of the league.
What they've done is, though, they've created a scenario through their own greed where it's cheaper to get a ticket with seat unique than it is to buy off the resale now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a look yesterday.
We had a look yesterday. It was cheaper to buy a ticket and get £10 of food vouchers and a programme than buy tickets at other parts of the stadium. Wow. And that's through Everton's own greed. I'm sorry you don't like that, but that's through their own greed because they're not allowing people to just go, I'm putting my tickets on sale for 35 quid, I want rid of it, I can't go, I've got to do nights tonight or whatever it is, I'm on shift work, and instead of just sticking it up and getting rid of it for 25, 35, whatever it is, through their own greed, because that's what it is. Through their own greed, those tickets aren't selling, so people can't shift their tickets, but you can get one in seat unique for 65 quid, which how much of Everton actually making on that ticket? And that's through their own greed. Sorry, but they're the facts, and whether they like it or not, someone has to start. I'm not just going to throw out some. That's got to be looked at now.
Well, there's a lot that needs looking at.
Of course it does.
Including 2 fullbacks, another winger, a striker. But yeah, listen, it was depressing. I actually thought James Tarkowski, I'd give him man of the match. I thought he was Everton's best player last night. Let's have a look at his numbers. Here we go. There you go. 85% passing accuracy from Tarkowski. Completed 7 clearances. He won 3 out of 4 of his ground duels. Won 6 out of 8 of his aerial duels. and had 2 ball recoveries. He's had 9 clean sheets in 26 games. Been Everton's best defender all season, according to all the independent analytics and everything else. Listen, it was Everton threw it away. There's no two ways about it. We didn't play well. It was one of the poorest performances until he went down to 10 men. They had opportunities. We're struggling with finding a way of playing at home.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do that. The manager maybe is going to have to be braver in his substitutions to try and get over it. We've blown a great opportunity last night. Will we get another one? I don't know. Other teams seem to be able to win home games. And I don't see how you can qualify for Europe if you can't win at home.
You can't win in your own
I can't
stadium.
see how you qualify for Europe when you've got Beto and Michael Keane up front at the end of a game of football.
I know, but I just mean
And
just
Mikalenko still on the
stepping
pitch.
back for a sec. I don't know how you get European football if you can't win home games.
No, that's the home game should be the game where you're like when you're in control, you're in your place. And I feel like Everton are much better when they play in a stadium with a bunch of opposition fans.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's a bit strange.
It's strange. So they're going to have to somehow come up with a way to fix it. It's not working. Everything they're doing at the moment isn't working, clearly. Let's have a look at the overall stats from the game. Everton 1, Bournemouth 2. That's the most important one, really, isn't it? Everton 16 shots at Bournemouth 11. 6 on target for the Toffees, 4 for Bournemouth. An XG of 2.94 for Everton and 1.34 for Bournemouth. And Everton won the possession, even with 10 men for 20 minutes, which shows you how dominant they were, but dominant without really causing too much trouble. Maybe if we'd have had a couple more attacking players on, we might have caused them more problems. But it's a tough one to take. It's, like I said before, for me, the most deflating result of the whole season.
Yeah.
Bar none, this one for me.
Yeah.
Because it was an easy game on the night, not belittling Bournemouth. They're a really good side. But
Self-sabotage.
last night they were way off it and we should have won the game. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Like, subscribe if you're on Premiere. We're going to go through your comments right now because this is being filmed live on Premiere. Otherwise, see you all later.